It's about 9:09, well, precisely 9:09, and I am heading out from the Bald Mountain Shelter. There was a warning here last night about a bear a week or so ago, so I think a lot of people didn't come. I think they just hiked onto a campsite, but we had a great group of just 5 hikers. We hung out and just chatted and really had a nice time last night. Cartman and Little Feet and Doc and Tom, who I got to christen with a trail named Flip, because he would sit down on the picnic table and it flipped over. Well, not all the way, but nearly. So that was kind of fun. We just really had a nice night hanging out. One of the best evenings so far on the trail. So that was pretty cool. And today is, I believe, 10.7, mostly downhill to the last shelter before Irwin, which is the No Business Knob shelter. Some folks like Doc already headed out and he's going to try to do the 16 or 17 all the way into Irwin, but I am not going to do that because I don't want to get in late and spend money for a hostel just to have a place to sleep when I can sleep in my tent near the shelter and then get up early and just do 6 into Irwin and be there before lunch. And I plan to get me some barbecue, which I have been craving. There's just a few things I've been craving: barbecue, Chinese food, and some good Italian. So I might be able to knock out 2 out of 3 of those while I'm in Irwin, and then maybe get the 3rd when I'm in Damascus. So we shall see. And just a comment on yesterday. Wow, it was not an easy hike, but it was beautiful. And the weather today, I don't know if you can see how blue the sky is. Just gorgeous. The temperature's perfect. And that's how it was yesterday. And we got up on Big Bald and just laid around for a little bit and really savored the day. Since I knew I was doing 10 and I'd been doing 2 16s, I totally took my time, and it was amazing. So that's Little Feet ahead of me. She passed me when I stopped to talk to Allgood, who I haven't seen in a while. He was camped out at the campsite with Zebra and Bo Bandy, who have an adorable dog named Chip that they adopted in Hot Springs. And he is the best trail dog. He is so sweet. I'll have to get some video of him at some point, but a great dog. Anyway, so we all agreed it's a gorgeous day for hiking, so I'm moving.
Oh my God.
Did he go up into a tree?
No. He's a big mucker too.
Where is he?
Hold on. Okay, we're gonna walk down through there together for real.
Okay.
Because 2 is better than 1. He was a big bear, I'm telling you.
Which way did he go? To the right?
To the left.
To the left.
Yeah.
Okay. We probably scared him, but
I don't think we're close enough to have scared him. He wasn't walking frantically or
he
nothing.
was all by himself?
Yeah, up that way. I don't know, man. That might have been a moment. I don't think we stared at him.
So
we should probably talk loudly.
Yeah.
Because he knows we're coming.
How far down was he?
Right here.
Okay. So Little Feet just saw a bear crossing the trail. She said he was big, but I don't see him now, so
I don't see him either.
he must have gone on his merry way. Dang, I would have loved to see a bear, but I don't want to get too close.
He was big.
Wow, look at this view.
Mountains as far as you can see.
Little houses down there. We just came up a big climb, so much for everything being downhill, but that is amazing view. And I almost walked right by it, but Little Feet looked up and said, "Look at that!" That's cool. And we are taking a quick little break here.
There you go.
Thank you. And I get to try some mango. Just a nice little log to sit on for a minute and stretch and snack.
Chillin'.
And chill, yep. So up ahead is a mountain called Tall Rocks. And there's big rocks over there and all the way up there, so something tells me there's a rock scramble in my future. Okay, we are underneath the Tall Rocks. Look at that. That is awesome. Now keep going. That's pretty amazing.
Wow. God made seat. Look at
And
it.
a perfect seat right there. Good place to take a load off. Hey, look at this view. I suppose it's even better if you go all the way up there.
Oh, that's incredible.
But we didn't take the Blue Blaze Trail today. We just kind of came up the AT way. So we'll keep moving down here and see where it takes us. I don't know. Oh my goodness. I'm just looking down here and these are some tall trees. lots and lots of them. I don't even know how tall they are, but yeah, they're coming from way down in this gorge. Is that like 200 feet? I don't know. They are tall.
One out here is just massive.
Yeah, these leaves are massive. I have an idea. There's like my trekking poles right there. They are huge. Just gigantic.
Just do it.
No.
I have a child that's about to graduate high school. So I'm like having to wait.
All right, so I am at the No Business Knob shelter tonight. This is the last shelter before Irwin. So I have almost succeeded in my goal of getting here in 5 days, but I chose to stay here instead of rolling into town and just do 6 miles first thing in the morning. So that's my plan for tomorrow. But had a great day today. Little Pete and I hiked together all day. We met some folks. We got some trail magic now near Sam's Gap. A couple was hiking and asked us if we were through hikers, and we said yes. And we were having lunch at the time, and so they said, well, we've got an apple, just one, but we're happy to share it with you. And we were just thrilled. And then later on in the day, there was some other trail magic. A couple set up, Dave and Janet, and they were doing trail magic for hikers coming by. So we got sandwiches and snacks and drinks, and that was really sweet of them. They've been moving around, picking different locations to do their trail magic. And then we are here, and that's my tent behind me, and Chip the dog, who is probably the best trail dog ever. And he's not mine, so that's saying something. And Little Feet's here, and Flip, who we just named this morning. And then there's a bunch of people also up by the shelter hanging out, and I think everybody's excited to be getting into Irwin tomorrow. And it was 10.7 today. It seemed like a long hike, but it was a great hike. Beautiful day, and just really enjoyed it. So still having an awesome time on the trail in spite of the little aches and pains that come with through hiking, and just learning that's part of the process, and some things you just have to live with and try to work out as time goes by. So Chip the dog and Bo are going to go do a water run for us. This water is 0.2 before the shelter, and it's a long 0.2. So he's so sweet, he's going to take all our water bottles and fill them up for us so we don't have to go backtracking tomorrow morning. One thing about this shelter is there are no bear cables and there is no privy. I'm not crying about the privy, but not having bear cables is a problem because a lot of these trees don't have much branches to speak of. A lot of them look kind of like that, kind of like this one, kind of dead. So it's kind of hard to find a spot to put your bear bag, but I did succeed in finding one for mine way up the hill there. And there's tons of campsites here, but not that many people. So way down that way is where I hung my bear bag.